Hi, I'm Charles Edel, Australia Chair here at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, and welcome to another episode of Pacific Policy Pulse. Today I'm thrilled to welcome Rachel Noble, Director General of the Australian Signals Directorate, here to our office in Washington. Rachel, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Charles. It's a delight to be here. Big fan of your work.
Oh, this is a mutual recognition and admiration society. Look, you're over here for the week, really. Can you tell us about why you're in town?
Yeah, well, always a big draw card for us in ASD is, of course, to see our best friends in the National Security Agency and US Cyber Command. It's a terrific relationship that goes back 80 years. And so never come here and not spend some good quality time with our friends and colleagues, and Tim Hawke, of course, who's the head of NSA and US Cyber Command at the moment. But also many of the other three-letter spy agencies here in the United States, and we're very close with NRO as well. But really the big feature piece was spending time with you, Charles, at the...
Go on.
at our favourite Australian American Leadership Dialogue, which I think is just a fantastic initiative by private individuals, actually, that started more than 30 years ago. That really is a wonderful forum bringing American and Australian political leadership, academia, government officials, and of course the private sector. And we have a really strong bond with each other, and I think really rich dialogue to boot. So
yeah, a really rich dialogue and an increasingly rich dialogue, not always in the public domain about what it is that you do and what it is that you run. But I am curious for the part that you can tell us about. Cyber is oftentimes now on the front lines of defense. So what keeps you up at night? What are you most concerned about? What are the most pressing challenges that you see?
Yeah, I think as the leader of an intelligence agency, of course we undertake a lot of operational work. We engage with a lot of risk in order to get the really important insights that we need to provide our respective governments that can't otherwise be obtained by people without those intelligence capabilities and powers. But the thing that keeps me awake at night, and unfortunately our various sort of histories tell us this story, is unfortunately the insider threat. And for all the thousands of incredible patriots across both our countries, it only takes one person who has perhaps become disgruntled or perhaps no longer ideologically aligned, or their own values change over their lifetime, who then leaks our special classified material, and that can send intelligence agencies sort of backwards in terms of the important public trust that we rely upon for our work, but also we protect our secrets for good reason, because people's lives might be at risk if they were to be known more publicly. And so that, unfortunately, is the one thing that I feel like you can't entirely control that in an intelligence agency. So
now, before you leave, I know that your reading log every evening is clearly just reams and reams of SIGINT that you pour through. When you put the SIGINT to the side, if you put the SIGINT to the side, what do you spend your time reading, Rachel?
At the moment, I've been reading this. It's two books written by a guy by the name of Jonas Jonasson, and he wrote The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared, and then he's got a sort of partner book called The Prophet and the Idiot, and that's what I'm currently reading. And it's just this, he's a Swedish author, and it's a romping sort of fictional tale of these sort of crazy and interesting characters, but there is actually throughout both his books a fascinating connection to real world geopolitical events. So it's quite fun for me because it touches on things that, you and I sort of know about and read about and engage in our everyday work, but it's entirely fictional and heaps of fun.
Well, Rachel, thanks so much for visiting us here at CSIS and cutting this episode of Pacific Policy Pulse with us.
It's a pleasure and great to see you, Charles.